Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. And I also have a members-only channel with a lot of perks for members, including weekly live workshops with a different manifesting topic each week, weekly live group coaching, a lot of exclusive content, monthly challenges for a chance to win a free one-on-one coaching session with me, and a lot more. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website or to the membership channel. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. I wanted today's video to be a motivating one because I know a lot of you are still wondering and are still worrying about failing in your manifestations. And I wanted to make this video today to remind you and explain to you why it is actually impossible to fail in your manifestation. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So I know a lot of you, especially those of you who are starting out in the manifesting journey or who haven't been on this journey for a very long time, are understandably perhaps a little worried or maybe very worried and wondering if this whole thing works, if this conscious manifesting is something that you need to take seriously or something that is making you waste your time. And of course, one of the biggest fear people have in this community is the fear of failure. What if it fails? What if it doesn't manifest? What if I'm wasting my time? What if I'm doing the techniques for months and then still nothing happens, and so on? So I wanted to make this video today because I've been seeing this pattern re-emerging a little bit lately, both among my manifesting clients and also in my membership channel. This is something that comes up quite a lot. And so I wanted to make this video to reassure you guys and to remind you of something that is fundamental. So the fundamental principle of the law of assumption is that what you have within, you get to experience without. In other words, where attention goes, energy flows. And where you flow your energy is what you create more of. What does this mean in practical terms? It means that whatever you dwell on mentally and emotionally, whatever you dwell on in terms of your energy, your dominant state, your dominant assumptions, dominant thoughts, dominant feelings about the situation, dominant perceptions, dominant responses, dominant expectations, and so on, is what you get to experience by your 3D reality. Your 3D reality always matches all of these things, what we collectively call your state. So you see then that everything is dependent on your state. What is your dominant state with regards to the situation that you're manifesting? If your state is actually aligned with the story that you want, with your desire, with whatever it is that you're manifesting, there is absolutely no way that you are going to fail. And this is because, as I said in another recent video, this is a spiritual law. This is a law of the universe. This is one of the laws of the universe that you're working with in order to improve your 3D life as a human being. So there is no such thing as failure because the universe is completely neutral. The universe always gives you who you are within. It reflects back to you, it mirrors back to you who you are within. Once who you are within aligns with what you actually want, you get what you want. So there is no such thing as a failure. There is no such thing as an outer force deciding for you. It's all dependent 100% on your dominant state. Now, if you're not there yet, if you have not yet assumed that dominant state that is aligned with the reality that you want to manifest, then yes, you may be perceiving the outer reality as giving you failures. However, this is still an illusion because once you shift your energy, once you align it with what you actually want, then you start seeing successes. You start seeing successful manifestations. So even the perceived failures are not actually failures. They are just a case of not yet. It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet because I haven't aligned with the energy of the person who has that or the person who is that, whatever it is that you want to be, do, or have, yet at this point. Once you do, things change. Once you do, the 3D shifts to match that shift in energy. So you see then how impersonal everything is, how neutral everything is, and how your dominant inner state determines your failure, your temporary failure, or your success. Even your temporary failure can become a success once your state changes and aligns with what you actually want to experience. So you see then why failure is not even an option, or at the very least should not be an option, should not feel like an option. You see why failure is actually an impossibility. Yes, I see and I understand and I realize that there is a challenging part in shifting your states, especially if you have a backstory, especially if you have resistance, especially if you have 3D circumstances that are throwing you off. I get all that, we all get through that, but the principle is still the same. The principle is still, you change your state, you get what you want. You don't change your state, you don't get what you want yet until you change your state. So if you're fearing failure, you might want to rationalize things a little bit. You might want to reason with yourself. You might want to go back to the fundamentals of the law, what the fundamentals of the law say, where attention goes, energy flows, and what you put your energy on, you create more of. So if you remember that fundamental principle, then you realize that there is no such case as a failure. It is impossible for your manifestation to fail. It is impossible for your desire not to manifest as long as you're able to align yourself with that new reality that you're manifesting. And this is where all the inner work takes place. I know a lot of you struggle with that. I know I have struggled with that in the past, and even now, I sometimes struggle too. But the principle is always that, and the principle is always the same for all of us, for each one of us. Our states determine our experiences in the 3D reality. We change our states, the experience changes. It is very black and white, it is very simple, and it is what it is. So there is no failure, you guys. There is no such thing as a failure in manifesting. Nothing is final. Everything and anything can change. Everything and anything can be turned around. There are many tools to do that. There are many techniques that you can use. There are many ways to do your inner practice. But ultimately, once you align your state with the reality that you want, that is it. That is it. Then you can expect your success. You can expect your success story. You can expect the shift in your 3D in your favor. So next time you catch yourself worrying about potential failure, remind yourself of this fundamental principle. Maybe you want to come back and watch this video again. But what you want to remember is that there is no such thing as failure when it comes to conscious manifesting. The worst case scenario that exists is not yet. It hasn't come yet. But that can also be changed at any time and at any moment. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.